What is up, YouTube? It's Skill Up here with another Division video. Today I wanted to spend a few minutes talking about the recently announced crafting changes. So this news has come to us in two parts. The first came a few days ago in the patch notes, and obviously they were not great. Those patch notes indicated that the cost of crafting high-end items was going up, and the amount of materials that we get when we deconstruct was massively being reduced. So this was an overall huge nerf, and it was really disappointing. At the time, a lot of people were messaging me like, hey, what do you think about this? You should do a video on this. I specifically didn't, because it really felt just like there was more to this story. You know, the developers have actually been really good at being responsive to feedback, and this change just seemed like a really sort of tone deaf and very inelegant kind of response to how to improve their game. So it didn't sound right. So I thought I'd wait a few days to see if there was any more news coming, or to see what the changes were like when they went live. And sure enough, the developers have come through. So today they just released a new announcement in relation to crafting changes that spell out, where those nerfs sit in the context of the larger changes that they're making with this patch. And obviously it's really, really exciting stuff. So I'm going to go into it now. And guys, if you like this video and you happen to find it useful, then please do drop a like and subscribe. So first of all, the very big news that's coming is that anytime you kill a named enemy at level 30 or above, they are now guaranteed to drop a high-end item. Now, obviously, before that, the chances were significantly lower. In fact, I looked at the game files, and the average drop chance for your average NPC was actually around 5%. So the fact that this has gone up to 100% is really huge. And it's obviously very exciting, because it means we're going to have more loot flowing. So that's great. Now, the item level of that item that drops is tied to the level of that mob. So if you kill a level 30 a named enemy, you're probably going to get around a level 30 high-end item. Obviously, if you're in Dark Zone 6 and killing level 32s, you're going to be getting your max level items from there. So it's a really, really great change, and it really does shift things, and it puts into perspective these changes that they made to crafting, because obviously high-ends are going to be falling from the sky now all of the time. We're not going to be as reliant on crafting to get what we want. We want crafting to be sort of a bit of a nice to have add-on rather than the focus of the end game, which is what it is now. And buffing the drop rate of high-end items and sort of nerfing the reliance that we have on crafting is overall, I think, a really good thing and a really great thing for game health. Now, the other thing that came down the pipe as well was changes to division tech. So the quote we've got here is that to make sure that crafting remains a viable alternative, we will also increase drop rates of division tech materials to 40% on level 32 named enemies in the Dark Zone. So what these guys are saying is that, look, you're going to get so much high-end loot that you're probably not going to be remotely interested in crafting at all, or at least a lot less. So to make sure it's still interesting to you and still viable, they're going to increase the drop rate of division tech significantly, which is a really, really good thing. So that's number 2 on the list. Number 3 is that they are actually sort of tightening up the loot tables of enemies so that they are going to be a little bit more predictable with regards to what they drop, meaning we're going to be able to farm certain enemies, or certain items, I should say, from enemies more easily. So one of the things that the community discovered when everyone was crazily farming the likes of Bullet King and Hornet was that certain enemies have certain drop tables on them, so that is, they'll be more likely to drop certain types of weapons. And so it seems like this is going to be the case more broadly across the game, and that if you are chasing, say, an MP5, or you're chasing a shotgun, or you're chasing whatever, you're going to be able to sort of prioritize certain bosses or challenge modes or whatever to be able to get a higher chance at that item. So that's a really, really good change as well. So look, overall, I think it's great. I really did suspect that something like this was coming. They couldn't have just nerfed crafting in the way that they had without replacing it with something else, and that replacement is here, and it is 100% chance to drop high ends. It's more division tech, and it's tighter loot tables on those mobs so that we have a better chance to get the items that we actually want. So it's great. I'm really excited about it, and I really can't wait to get in there. It gives me tremendous incentive to go into the Dark Zone and just start farming. But I mean, obviously, the other thing I would point out to you guys is work on your survivability build right now, because if you're in the Dark Zone, PvP is going to get out of control in there. If everyone's carrying around a bag full of high ends before they extract, you can really expect things to get quite nuts at those extraction zones. So be super careful. Really, really work hard on your survivability gear, because survivability is king in the Dark Zone. Nothing else comes close to it in terms of efficacy. So don't delay on that. That is now your priority. If you want to farm in the Dark Zone, make sure you get your armor and your HP up. But that's it, guys. That's all I've got for today. So look, if you liked this video and you found it useful, then please remember to drop a like and subscribe. I cannot wait for Tuesday. I'll be doing a State of the Game highlight reel, as I do every week before I hop into the game. So I'll be a few hours behind you guys while I cut that video. So be sure to subscribe if you want to see that State of the Game highlight reel. And obviously, you can expect to see plenty more Division videos from me in the future. Until then, guys, take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the Dark Zone. Bye-bye.